A British member of the Islamic State group has been found guilty in America of being involved in the kidnapping and killing of American and British hostages in Syria. Shafee Elsheikh was part of a notorious IS group that kidnapped and beheaded Western hostages, filming their crimes in 2013 and 2014. And North America correspondent Nomia Iqbal has more.
Asked me to...
Nearly a decade later, Shafee Elsheikh will finally pay for his crimes. He has been found guilty of being a member of the gang who kidnapped and beheaded hostages in Syria. The victims were American journalists James Foley, Stephen Sotloff, and aid workers Peter Kassig and Kayla Mueller. He also conspired in the deaths of British aid workers David Haynes and Alan Henning. None of their bodies have ever been found. They were killed in acts of barbarism that shocked the world. And now their families have finally got justice.
It was a lot more emotional. I expected it to be happy, excited, but it's realisation that he's guilty and what he's done to all the families, all the hostages. I've not slept a full night's sleep probably since my dad was killed in 2014, so hopefully tonight I'll get a full night's sleep.
He was given the best in terms of mercy and justice, as opposed to what our citizens and the British citizens went through.
All of them have been in court every day, reliving the nightmare. Kayla Mueller's mother wept on the stand as she read out ransom emails sent by Elsheikh, saying the gang wanted millions for her daughter to be freed. Former hostages who were released after the ransom was paid described Elsheikh and his accomplices as sadists who electrocuted, waterboarded and starved them. One said he tried to kill himself to escape. The defence tried to make out this was a case of mistaken identity, relying on the fact he always wore a full mask around hostages. When the verdicts came through, Elsheikh showed very little reaction. The families quietly wept, held each other's hands, and there was an audible sigh of relief. It's taken them nearly 10 years to get justice.
Shafee Elsheikh is the last man in this notorious trio to face a reckoning. They were nicknamed the so-called ISIS Beatles. That was a nickname given to them by the hostages because all three men had English accents. Mohammed Emwazi is now dead. Alexander Koti pleaded guilty last year. Elsheikh won't face the death penalty as part of a US and a UK extradition agreement, but he does now face spending the rest of his life in a jail cell.
Thank you, Nomia.